Hi, everyone. Welcome to Inside IDB. My name is Stacy Cervenka, and I'm the director of the Iowa Department for the Blind. So many of you may have noticed our increased communications and social media engagement. And because February 20th is Government Communications Day, we thought you might enjoy meeting the two powerhouse women who are behind a lot of the social media you are enjoying. So I'm here today with our Chief Information Officer, Connie Mendenhall. Connie, welcome.
Hi.
We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about your job as Chief Information Officer at IDB?
My position as Chief Information Officer encompasses our website, social media, a lot of outreach, which is my favorite part. I get to travel all over the state, talk to people about all the great things that we do here. I get to talk to people who are walking in the same shoes that I've walked in and get them the services that they need and help them walk the process.
Excellent. So can you tell us a little bit about your story and how you came to work for us at IDB?
My story started here in 2019. I lost my sight late 2015, early 2016. I was an orientation center student. I started in April of 2019. I graduated in January of 2020. Ironically, I was supposed to be hired in March of 2020 and COVID hit. So almost a year later to the day, I had applied for an independent living position and I was hired, and I've been here ever since.
Excellent. And so what made you want to come and work for IDB?
When I lost my sight, I had spent my entire adult life working in insurance. I'd worked in what I call corporate world. When I first lost my sight before I went through training, I volunteered at an elementary school in Des Moines, and I hit the point I was volunteering 40 hours a week. I realized I really should get
Paid
in here and get some training and get a paycheck. And I was given an opportunity that not many people at my age get. I was given an opportunity to completely change my career path. So I decided going back into the workforce, I was going to go somewhere where I could make a difference and help people that are walking in the same shoes I'm walking in.
Excellent. So now what is the part of your job that you enjoy the most?
Definitely outreach.
Okay, can you tell us more about that?
I love to go out and do speaking engagements, do presentations, talk to people about everything that we do. Most people that hear Iowa Department for the Blind think that we only work with people who are totally blind. Most people do not realize blindness is a spectrum.
Correct.
And that we work with all eligible blind and low vision Iowans of all ages across the entire state. And I want to make sure that everybody knows we're here.
So you mentioned that you were a client of our orientation center. So how did your experience as a recipient of our services, how does that impact the work that you do and how you communicate about our agency?
When I am talking with people out in the public, or if I am answering the phone to somebody that has recently lost their sight, or they've been diagnosed with a progressive eye disease and they're losing their sight. I've been in their shoes, and I can honestly tell somebody that our non-visual skill training, our orientation to blindness center, VR program, our youth programs, our independent living programs, I can honestly tell people I am proof positive that what we teach works. I've walked in their shoes. I've had those feelings when I lost my sight. I lost my job, lost my driver's license, felt like I'd lost everything. Going through the training here reinforces that blindness is nothing more than a characteristic, and you just get your training, move on with your life.
So as Chief Information Officer, what is one thing you want people to know about the Iowa Department for the Blind?
We are here to serve blind and low vision Iowans of all ages. Our library has patrons that are 6 months old. Independent living has clients that are 100.
101, actually.
Yes. We are here to serve anyone that is eligible and needs our services from birth to death. And you can come back if you need to.
Absolutely. We are here throughout the lifespan. If you've got services 20 years ago, but maybe you haven't used your Braille, or maybe technology has changed, give us a call. Next, we'll be speaking with Mary Horton, our Information Specialist. All right. Well, welcome, Mary. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your job as information specialist?
Yes, of course. So I always joke with people that my title is information specialist, but it's like a little bit of everything, a little bit of marketing, a little bit of communications. So in my role, I'm in charge of updating the website, posting on our social media page, as well as helping to market our different programs and just kind of let the public know what's going on at the department.
Excellent. Well, what has been your favorite project since you've started working here?
Oh, okay, that's kind of a hard question. Um, Thinking back, I would probably say a project I did for National Disability Employment Awareness Month back in October. I don't know if you remember that,
Yes.
but I had the opportunity to connect and call some of our past clients and spotlight their different stories. So I think anytime where I can, kind of highlight like the work we're doing and like actual real people and what they've been able to accomplish, I think it's super cool. So
Well, and I think
like
that's something that sometimes it gets lost is that it's not just
Right.
about us working, it's about the actual people whose lives are changed, the people who go back to farming, the people who go back to working in an office, the people who go back to, the various jobs they've had, or like Connie, who use losing their sight as, an opportunity to maybe rethink
Right.
their careers and their journeys. So,
Exactly. I don't know, I just love like how everybody's like life path and everything is so different.
yeah.
And, for like even potential clients, like maybe they're, like you said, like interested in farming and like that's something that they didn't know, like we could help them build skills so they could go back to that career. So I think just
Well, that's
highlighting
something
people.
we hear a lot of, a farm has been in my family for 5 generations and now I'm
Oh,
losing
wow.
my sight. And
Yeah.
am I going to be able to keep the farm in the family? And so that's, an important thing that we're able to provide people.
hmm
So what is one thing or a few things that have surprised you the most since coming to IDB?
Yeah. So I would probably say just like in general, like everything I've learned. I know it's like kind of a cop-out answer, but I didn't actually like know too much about the department before like coming in for my interview or accepting the position. So I just really enjoyed shadowing different departments and learning all about like each specific department. For my position, since I'm kind of just like it's me and Connie, like we're working in communications.
Yeah.
I get to learn a little bit about the youth program, and like go and like take photos at like different LEAP events throughout the summer. Or I get to, like work with the library to promote
You
their
got to go to the Paul
programs.
McCartney concert.
I got to go to the Paul McCartney concert. Like, I think it's just opened up so many opportunities I didn't think it ever would. And like, I've been able to like learn things that I never thought I would. So that was unexpected, but really cool.
Well, and the work you've done has honestly been instrumental to our work, not just in educating people about the work we do here, but I know our counselors have used some of the videos that you've created of, for example, the wood shop. Some of the client spotlights that you've done, they've used those with their clients. Like, look, you should come to our center. You get to hang out in this cool, you get to learn how to woodwork. And hey, you think you can't do this job? Here's a client spotlight that we have of a client who's actually doing that. So, I mean, the work you're doing, it's integral to the work that our counselors do and that our teachers do. So what would you say to someone who is interested in pursuing a similar career path as yourself in government communications?
Yeah, so I think I was kind of unique because I always knew I wanted to be working in the public sector or in government communications specifically. I'm giving advice to someone that's like kind of interested in that same career path. I would say to kind of diversify what you're studying. So like in my position, I do graphic design, video production, social media management. It's a little bit of everything. So I would say like don't be afraid to learn and try the different factors that go into communications.
Well, thank you so much for the work that you and Connie do to educate the public and prospective clients and businesses about the services that we offer. So if people are interested in learning more about our department, where can they find us?
Yeah, so if you're interested, please go to our website at blind.iowa.gov, or you can follow us on Facebook at the Iowa Department for the Blind, or our YouTube channel, which is also at the Iowa Department for the Blind.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mary.
Yeah, thank you.